Hey guys, excuse the mess back there. I just finished doing all this, so it's a little messy. Excuse that. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on the makeup I'm wearing, and I'm actually using the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. This is a great dupe for the Naked palettes 1 and 2. You have a bunch of colors that are really similar to those Urban Decay Naked palettes. So I'm doing that. It's a full face of makeup. I have a lot of drugstore incorporated in this look. Some high-end, but a lot of drugstore. This palette is extremely cheap on the Coastal Scents website. I'm also doing a hair tutorial today. I never do hair tutorials, but I just got a curling iron and I wanted to use it. It's from the brand Eva NYC. They actually did send me the curling iron and I wanted to use it. I think it's really good. I think I'm gonna be wearing my hair like this more often. I really like it. It's either naturally curly or just pinned straight, but I don't know. Do you guys like it? Do I look like a Victoria's Secret model? Yeah, absolutely not. I know. Okay, enough rambling. If you want to see how to get this makeup look and this hair, then just keep watching.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Jesse's Girl eye primer and I'm going to prime my eyes. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm still sick. I lost my voice completely on Christmas night, and this is what I'm working with right now. It just started coming back, so I decided I could do the voiceover finally. Anyway, so I'm going to take my MAC Cream eyeshadow. This was a limited edition product and it's in the shade Pure Flash. And I'm applying that to my entire lid all the way up to the crease just to act as a nice shimmery base for the eyeshadows. Then I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. This is from Sigma, and I'm going to go into the Coastal Scents Revealed palette, and I'm going to take this really taupey, cool toned brownish purple kind of color, and I'm going to put this in my crease. This is going to be the transition shade. It's going to help all the other eyeshadows blend better. Then on a flat shader brush, I'm going to dip it into this really pretty pinky champagne color, and I'm going to apply this to my entire lid. After that, I'm going to take a more fluffy blending brush. This is a MAC 217, and I'm going to dip it into this really pretty cool toned purpley bronze shade, and I'm going to start packing this on the outer V of my eye just to add a little bit of depth to the look, and then I'm going to start blending this into my crease. A lot of the times you don't use shimmery eyeshadows in the crease, but I find that sometimes it actually looks really pretty, so that's what I'm doing for this look. I'm just blending it softly into the crease. This is a very soft look. I don't want too much. Then I'm going to dip it into the black, and I'm going to tap it off because this black is very pigmented. So I'm going to start packing this on the outer V just a little bit. Like I said, it's a soft look. I don't want anything too harsh or too dark on the lid. So I'm going to go back into this purpley shade, and I'm going to blend over the black I just put down just to soften it up a bit. And just blend everything together. I'm going to go back into that champagne color, and I'm going to apply more of this to the lid just in case any of it got blended away with all the blending. Then I'm going to go into that crease color we used first, and I'm just going to add a little bit more to my crease just to help things blend better. Then I'm going to highlight with this really beautiful color. It's like a satin finish, but it's very glowy. I love this eyeshadow. I'm going to put this in my inner corners, and then I'm going to also highlight the brow bone with it. Then I'm going to take a clean makeup wipe and just clean out any of the fallout and make a more sharp edge to the look. Then I'm going to add some liquid eyeliner. This is a Jesse's Girl liquid eyeliner, and you can go as thick or as thin as you want. Because the eyeshadow is very soft and there's not too much going on, you can do a very thick wing if you would like. Then I'm going to move on to the rest of my face before I finish my eyes. I am using my this is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and I want a very dewy look to my face, so I'm applying this as a base, and it makes anything you put on top like very luminous. I'm going to go into my Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. This is in the shade 52, and on a Morphe flat top kabuki brush, I'm just going to blend this in. This is a very dewy finish. This foundation is very dewy. I really love it. It just gives a nice fresh look. It doesn't have too much coverage, but it's like medium, it's buildable. I love this foundation. It's definitely one of my favorites. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Fair, and I'm not only covering my dark circles with this, but I'm also highlighting. So I'm doing like an upside down triangle effect to highlight underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and on my chin and stuff, and I am blending this out with a Morphe G2 brush, I believe. Yes, a G2 brush. I'm fast forwarding through this because you've seen me do this about a million times. To set my under eye concealer, I'm using MAC's Emphasize powder. This is a very bright powder and it makes your under eyes even more bright. I really love using this to set my concealer. I'm using an e.l.f. tapered brush to set that. To finish up my eyes, I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl in the shade Nude, and this is just going to open up the eyes as opposed to black, which kind of closes off the look. Then I'm going to take this gray shade on a pencil brush, and Danny's going to be really creepy. And then I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line. I usually like to do a very smoky look on the lower lash line, but since this look is so like soft, I want a soft lower lash line, nothing that's too much. So I'm just applying that gray shade all underneath my lower lash line and blending that out. And then I'm going to go into this like matte brown shade and I'm going to blend it out some more. For mascara, I am using the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. You can go ahead with falsies, but I wanted something not too dramatic. On my lower lash line, I'm using the Maybelline Lash Discovery. This is a really good lower lash line mascara because the wand is so skinny, as you can tell. And then that completes the eyes. For the rest of my face, I'm taking this blush by MAC. It's called Harmony. And I use this as a blush and bronzer because it is a little bit brown, but it's a little bit pinky as well. So I'm using this as both a bronzer and a blush, and I'm using the e.l.f. complexion brush to apply this. Kind of like contouring, but adding it as a blush as well. To add a little something extra to my cheeks, I'm using this Maybelline highlighting blush in the shade Nude. This is both a blush and a highlighter to me. So I'm applying that to my cheeks and a little bit higher to act as a highlight as well. It's a very, very glowy product, so I don't feel the need to highlight on top of it. Then I'm going to finish off my lips. I'm taking this lip liner from Gorgeous Cosmetics and I'm applying this to my entire lips, filling it in. And then I'm going to take this lipstick from Maybelline. It is called Blushing Beige. This came out with their Nude Buffs collection. And I'm going to apply this to my entire lips. Then taking another lipstick from Maybelline from the same collection. This one is actually very, very like white-ish. So I'm only using this in the center of my lips to kind of highlight my lips. And that completes the makeup tutorial. Now I'm moving on to the hair. This is my hair blow dried. I spent a lot of time blow drying it because I have very, very curly hair. So if you have normally straight hair, then you could totally skip the blow drying step and just let your hair air dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my hair. I'm going to section it off. And then I'm going to take the iron, the curling iron that I'm using is this one from Eva NYC. I actually picked it out. They sent this to me, but I picked it out because it has Galaxy on it. I don't know, it's a really cute curling iron. I love it. It came with a glove, but I don't use that because I'm a rebel like that. So when I start curling my hair, I always curl away from my face. I just feel like the curls fall prettier that way and they look like they're going away from your face, if that makes sense. So because this wand isn't a very, very fat barrel, it's more of a medium or smaller size barrel, I like to use thicker pieces of hair so that I can get a more loose curl. If you want that Taylor Swift, like that old school Taylor Swift curly hair, you can definitely achieve that with this wand. Just use smaller sections of hair. I'm using pretty thick sections of hair just to get a more, softer curl. What I also like to do to achieve a softer curl is I like to pull on my hair as soon as I'm done curling it, like I just did right there, and then the curl falls a lot looser. And again, if you don't want loose curls, just hold the curl in your hair and then let it drop, if that makes sense. So yeah, I want a very, very soft, loose curl, so that is why I am curling my hair this way. So I'm just going to speed through the rest of the process so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just curling it away from my hair, and then when I let it go, I kind of hold it, I stretch it out and hold it so that the curl can be a lot less bouncy and a little bit more natural, like a little bit more loose and not super Shirley Temple, if that makes any sense. I'm still sick, so I feel like I'm not making any sense, but you catch my drift. This wand actually gets pretty hot, so you don't have to hold it in your hands for that long. I definitely recommend only holding it for about 5 seconds because it gets the curl quickly, which is, I actually really like that it gets pretty hot, so I don't have to have my hair wrapped around it for like 20 seconds. I usually hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds and it gets the curl done, so I really appreciate that. I like it. So yeah, I'm just doing that to my entire head, as you can see, always curling away from my head. Especially the hairs framing my face, you want to make sure that you curl away so that your hair can fall backwards. You see, like, my bangs are kind of waved backwards. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. So yeah, this is what my hair looks like when I'm done, and then I just finger comb it so that it could be even more loose and a little bit more voluminous. And then I'm adding some hairspray. I'm just using this hairspray. This is also from Eva NYC, but it came in my BoxyCharm this month. And then I sprayed my face. You don't want to do that. Don't spray your face. I really like this hairspray because it kept my curls in place for the entire night, but it was really soft. Like, I could brush my hair. It was not crunchy whatsoever. Okay guys, that completes this look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!